Hello my friends, SAmaryllis here to play more of the 1-year update for Gemporium. Today is just going to be more chill. I'll cut in between every time that I earn enough money and Pietro calls me, just so you guys don't have to see me silently mining for hours at a time. But yes, I hope you enjoy. We'll be finishing out the rest of Pietro's higher education purchases, and I'll catch ya on the first update. Alright, we are here for our very first Pietro phone call. Marking class was such a bore, but it did remind me of Bernard and his catalog, so I made you a new center table. That's very sweet of you, but remember to stay focused during class. Of course, Mole. Thank you for being a patron of education, Mole. We'll have to see what he means by that. I don't think we have enough for the next one yet. Yeah, 300,000 was not enough. But we can at least see which table he was reminded of us of. Oh, just the center table. There it is. Alright, time for bed. Okay, back to the bazaar. I should have enough money for at least one thing for Pietro. We'll go ahead and get the Introduction to World History for 350, and then we will not be able to afford anything else. So we will head out, and that should be it for today. Alright, next phone call from Pietro, probably about the history class. I know it was not related to my art studies, but the history class I took was so inspiring. I enjoyed plunging the depths of time. It reminded me of your seemingly bottomless chest in your home, so I made you a new one. Thanks, Pietro. Hey, you can learn a lot about art from history. In fact, much of what we know about history is from art. 500,000 I can afford. Introduction to lighting. Good luck, Pietro. And then let's take a look at what our new chest looks like. Amazing. Stunning. Could not ask for anything better. Alright, go to bed. Phone call from Pietro. After so long in the subterranean, I have never thought about light as much as I have in my lighting class. It has been the highlight of my educational experience. Great wordplay as always, Pietro. I have created a new floor lamp for you, which is perfectly calibrated to shed the most exquisite hue upon your home, Mole. Thank you, Pietro. My goodness. Can we afford anything else? We can! Introduction to marketing. Alright. I think all the other ones we're making are going to be quite expensive. So let's check out the light that Pietro made us. It was this one right here. You can barely see it because of the squiggles, but it is here. It is present. Alright, time for bed. Phone call. This marketing class is teaching us some predatory tactics, Mole. Yeah, but it's good to know how to get your art out there in front of others. But also, yeah, marketing is kind of evil. Yeah, it's all about psychology and trickery a little bit. Speaking of which, I gift you my new repayment table. Great. I'm guessing it's gonna be this. Alright, 282. I am almost certain, yeah, everything here. 400, 750, 1.3, 850, 900. Yeah, it's probably gonna have to be a couple of days in between before I'll have enough money for the next one. But we can at least see our repayment table. Yes, glorious, looking beautiful. Alright, bye-bye. Pietro! Mole? Yes, Pietro? I just wanted to say that I am quite impressed with your temerity. Running the Gemporium for 100 consecutive days is admirable. But if I may ask, why? I don't know. It's fun. What else am I supposed to do? I do not know, but certainly there is something else that attracts your attention. Yes, I want you to go to school, Pietro. Huh. I guess not. See you tomorrow, Pietro. I was gonna say, I didn't buy anything for you, Pietro. Why is he calling me? He was congratulating me on over 100 days. Oh, I thought I might have enough, but I don't. Alright, well, I guess I'll see y'all next time. Okay, we should have enough to buy one of the next items for Pietro. 475 should be the one we have. Introduction to filmmaking. And then the next ones are 750, 850, 900, 1.3, and 1.25. So will probably take me a little bit, but at least we'll hear from Pietro tomorrow. Phone call! Thanks to your patronage, I have been able to start studying the art of the motion picture. As my thanks, I have produced a new television for you. Does it have any new channels on it, or just Grumpy Head? Just Grumpy Head. Oh man. Well, we'll get to see what that TV looks like. We do not have enough for the next upgrade, so I'm just going to the bazaar just so I can see the television. There it is. Beautiful. We no longer have an antenna. We don't need it. Alright, I'll catch you guys the next time I have enough money. Okay, we have scraped enough money for the next item, which is 750. Advanced digital art production. I can't wait for Pietro to report back and let us know what that's all about. Alright, phone call from Pietro. I am tiring of all this digital art, Mole. I yearn to work with my hands once more. It's all about balance, Pietro. I miss tools and items. I have drawn you a new refinement table so that you may live out my desires. I'll do my best. Okay, we do not have enough money for the next item in the bazaar, but we're still gonna go in there just so that our inventory can refresh for cosmetics. And what did Pietro make for us? Ah, beautiful. This is exactly what I need for my gem refinement. Yep. Alright, I'll catch y'all the next time I'm at 850,000. Okay, we barely have enough for Pietro's next education item at 850. Watercolor studio. Oh, I feel like he's gonna make something nice with that. But with that, we are now poor, so we are going to go to bed and go back to the mines. Phone call! These watercolor assignments are tiring my eyes, Mole. I just need a quick nap. I have made you a new couch, so I may take a quick nap. It's okay to take breaks, Pietro. Perhaps one day. Okay. Well, we don't have enough money for the next one because it's 800,000, or 900,000 rather, I believe. But we can see the new bed that Pietro has made for us. We are back to the couch. Alright, Pietro, for you I will downgrade from the bed back to the couch. And with that, time for bed. Okay, we have enough money for one of our next items. We are just short of the 1.25 million, but we can at least get the $900,000 introduction to digital art. Alright, Pietro, after that it's just this one and this one, and then I think we are completely done with Pietro's education, though it's gonna take me a lot of in-game time, though you guys probably won't see very much of that grinding. But I'll catch ya on the next day when we hear from Pietro. Phone call! Oh. Did you know you can make a painting on the computer, Mole? I thought it was just for those funny sites you go to. They're not funny sites. They're very serious forums, and a lot of the other posters respect me on them. Speaking of which, I have illustrated you a new computer for you to use. Wait, if you drew it, will it, like, work? I don't see why not. Did you put, like, a computer chip and electronics in it? It will work, Mole. Just give it a shot. Alright. Well, we don't have enough for the next upgrade yet. Upgrade? Class? But we will replace our computer. There it is. Wow. It still works. Amazing. Alright, catch you guys the next time I have over 1 million mole money coins. Alright, we have made over 1.25 million, so we will be going ahead and checking out the bazaar. And we will be purchasing the Themed Entertainment and Immersive Installations course. Very art related, of course. And then we'll just have to wait for tomorrow to see what Pietro thought of that course. Alrighty, phone call. Mole, I have learned a great deal from my themed entertainment course. Our professor told us that art need not exist within a frame, but can also be spatial and experiential. What does that even mean, Pietro? Well, as an example, I've made you a new version of the walls of your home so that you may live within my creation. Okay. Okay. Oh, I am very interested on how they could make that happen. Okay, we do not have enough money for the 1.3 million upgrade, but we shall look at what the walls of our home shall look like. Scribblies! Scribblies everywhere! Excellent scribblies. Very good. I think our last one is probably going to be the kitchen, right? That's kind of like the only part of our home that has not been Pietrified. All right, I'll catch you guys next time when I have enough money for that. All right, we have made enough money to get Pietro's final schooling purchase. I'm not even bothering choosing a gem because we have our art thesis ready to purchase, and tomorrow should be our final day in this 1 year anniversary update. We'll go ahead and go to bed, and I mean, I guess I'll mine tomorrow, but you know what? I'll pay Donella and Nessie a visit just to see. I'm pretty sure nothing is going to change in terms of their dialogue. Like the ending of the storyline made it sound like they might ask us for more stuff later on, but like I talked to them a couple times just during my runs getting gems from the underground, and yeah, all they said was the same stuff that they've already said before. So yeah, I guess we can do our final thoughts just to burn some time here about the DLC and the update. I kind of talked about this already in the last episode when I had finished out the storyline, but for me, yeah, because I'd already finished the game, the addition of the cosmetics wasn't that impactful for me, just because like if that was literally the only thing I was grinding for, like to me that's not very valuable to me personally for a gaming experience. That's not something that I find joy in, but other people might. Just for me, that wasn't that compelling. Again, I could see how that could be fun to upgrade your home while you are playing the game, though I will say there is that kind of tension where you are trying to make, while you're playing the main game, you're trying to make increasing amounts of money for the increased amounts of debt. So the trade-off of like giving up gems that could give you money in order just to get like fun cosmetics, like to me just the motivations don't super make sense. So it almost feels like you have to only go for the cosmetics when you're done with the game, in which case it's like, what's the point at that moment for that update. So those are my thoughts on that. If they were completely non-monetary related, like if it was completely from the amber, then maybe I could understand it more, but at the same time you're still making a trade-off, right? Like you could be using that time that you're using to pan for amber to go mine for gems instead. So if maybe it were just like a byproduct of you like doing normal gem stuff, or like if normal gems could also appear when you're panning in the water, I could maybe see how that could be a thing, but the system as it is right now, like it seems kind of counterintuitive to spend any time at all doing stuff for cosmetics, just because I do remember when I was playing the main story, like things got more and more frantic because like the debt payments became larger and larger. They didn't stay consistent over time. Additionally, I had mentioned this already through my playthrough of this, but reflecting now, I can understand why, but like the cosmetics, only one out of the 3 like cave cosmetic sets, and only some, I think it was only like a couple like hats, used amber. And like again, I understand why after thinking more about it, because like, you know, if someone didn't pay for the DLC, then it's like they could get none of the new cosmetics because they wouldn't have the amber as a part of the paid DLC that they did not purchase. So I guess from that perspective, I understand why some of those sets and some of the hats don't require amber at all. But for me, I was like, I don't really care for the cute set that uses amber. I mostly liked the set that had like the forestry stuff, but then even then, just me liking that aesthetic wasn't enough to motivate me just to grind for the game, because I mean, like you don't really get new dialogue. I mean, I didn't buy any of them, so maybe that's my bad. I did not get them a single time. I only bought some hats, but for even the new hats, you didn't get any dialogue really from them. It's just, you know, fun to look at. So in that sense, I was kind of just like, I don't really have a use for the amber. I don't really have a use for, you know, grinding for the cosmetics, because they added the incentive of helping Pietro continue his education. So again, I was still feeling kind of the pressure of like, well, I want to mine gems and sell them so I can make money, so I can use them for Pietro this time instead of, you know, my grandma's debt. So I never really felt the prioritization of cosmetics over progressing in the game. But yeah, in terms of just the storyline, you know, the one with Donella and Nessie was pretty short. We never really got to see what they were like in life. So for me, if you're looking to just buy the DLC just for the storyline, I would say that the $3.99 full price for US dollars, for me, it would not be worth it. But if you're someone who really enjoys the different cosmetics, then maybe that's worth going for. But for me, I mostly played it for the dialogue in the storyline, as well as for Pietro. Like, that's what I think is fun, and I really do think the Merge Conflict Studio team does a really fantastic job with humorous dialogue. I laughed many times playing this game, and even playing the DLC, I laughed, you know, about the lines that Pietro had with like the experiential walls that he made for our cave home and all the scribblies there. So those are my thoughts. But I am still grateful that I had the opportunity to play through this and experience it and share this with you all. We'll do a final room tour when we get our full set of items here. But I don't think I've ever spent the entire time not going to the shop at all, so I'm kind of curious if it just like goes completely dark once the timer runs out and it's nighttime. I've never really seen that before, so we'll see that together in just a little bit, huh? Alright, you're EP, let's call it a day. Okay, we're gonna skip that. And oh, we got our call from Pietro. I am so hungry, Mole. This thesis class is taking up all of my time. All I can think about is food. With hungry gratitude, I have made you a new kitchen. I honestly didn't even know you hate food. Yeah, what does Pietro eat? This will all be worth it once I complete my masterpiece. Okay, but if you're hungry, you should eat, Pietro. Take care of yourself. Yes, everyone should take that advice to heart. If you are hungry, have yourself a little snack. Okay, so just checking to confirm. Yeah, there's nothing else to get there. We'll go back to the hub and let's see what our last item is. There's the kitchen. Look at that. Beautiful. Fantastic. So here's the tour. Here's my kitchen, here's my gramophone, here's my table with a lamp, here's my debt payment area. I have 2 phones, don't question it. My beautiful table, this really lovely rug from my grandma, a TV, another rug, my beautiful bed, a plant, a bookshelf you can barely see because of how bright this lamp is, my totally working computer, a picture of me and my grandma, the walls of my abode. This I do like this kind of stained glass window here, and a rack to hang all of our clothes, my gem refinement station, my chest for my gem storage, and then here are the storage area shelves for my artifacts. This is my beautiful Scribbly home. I worked very hard on this. I'll go one more day just in case there's any other additional dialogue because we purchased everything for Pietro. I guess at this point we might as well buy these upgrades. We have nothing else to do with our mole money. 1 out of 3. While trading, make any gem have 1 crack. Sure. While trading, make any gem have 2 cracks. Sure. So I feel like this means it won't matter which gems, what cracked level they are when you try to do the upgrades. Not that I have any. We'll reduce the number of gems, we'll reduce the number of gems, and then we'll reduce it again. So there should be nothing else that we need to spend our money on. I'll still go to bed, and then I'll skip ahead to the nighttime if there ends up being any other special dialogue. Alright, that was the full day. I did go mining just a little bit. Oh, we do have a phone call. Mole, I have finished all my courses. Thank you once again for all your support in my academic endeavors. No problem, Pietro. What are you gonna do now? I think I will remain a security guard for the Gemporium. What? You're not gonna go off and become an artist or something? Nay, I will continue to be creative in my spare time, but I have no intention of leaving this place. You know, Faulkner worked as a postmaster and wrote during his nights, did he? I had no idea. Who? Oh, Mole, you really should get an education. Ugh. Yeah, wasn't I going to school? Isn't this like my summer break? I thought that was the whole storyline. Happy birthday, Gemporium. Here's a gift so Mole can celebrate. Got it. Is it a hat? Did I get a new hat? Do I have to go to the bazaar to get my new hat? I was saying, I did go mine a little just so I could get some gems to trade in for a couple hats. But yes, we are all done here. And we'll see what hats we can purchase. I do feel like it's only right that we get the Pietro rock. It needs 4. Wait, how do I have so much bismuth? What the heck? I don't think I didn't mine any bismuth. Why do I have 81 of these? I'm very confused. Yeah, why do I have so many of these? What the heck? What are these numbers? I only mined in the first level, so like I only mined like for these items. So I don't know what these numbers are showing how high I have of these. So that's confusing. That might be a bug. Surely these aren't like all-time stats. I mean, they could be. That I feel like that has to be for how high these numbers are, but I sold these. I don't have these in my pocket anymore, so I'm confused why it's saying I have so many of them. If anything, I guess maybe it only started counting after the DLC came out, because I have sold like hundreds, most likely, of like citrine and amethyst, if we're counting my main game. So I'm very confused about how this gem stuff works. We'll still try this. We do have modifiers, which let us apply special effects to the gems in a stack to make it easier to pay for items. Use the modifier toggle next to a payment slot to change the modifier being applied to it. Keep in mind you can only use one modifier in a slot at a time. Okay, so like it's not totally free. So like, I mean, I'll put in my cracked gem. I don't, what modifier is that? Well, that's kind of annoying. How do these, how do these work? I'm very confused. Okay, well, I need these to be cracked. Okay, so that worked because it turned green. Maybe I won't be able to do this. I was thinking this would be a lot easier to use. I thought it would just apply to everything. Okay, so you can even only use them once at a time as well. So I won't be able to get the Pietro hat, unfortunately, because I don't have any that are like super damaged like this. Can I get anything? Maybe the sun hat? No, well, actually, if it only needs 8 total, I can use the modifier that makes them super cracked. So I got the sun hat, which I was looking for, but man, I was hoping I could get the Pietro hat. So I guess that's the demonstration for how the upgrades work. You can only use them in a slot at a time. But I mean, that does mean I can, okay, I'm still very confused why I have such high numbers for like these gems. I don't think I can, well, I can get the frill hat. I mean, actually, no, I can't because they need to be slightly cracked. Well, actually, I can just use the full Alexandrites and then apply the cracked modifier to it. And then I do have 2 normal onyx. Actually, I mean, I can use the multiplier here. Or like ×2. Yeah, I mean, it saves me a little bit. But yeah, I'm very confused why I have such a high number there. Is there anything else that I thought was cute? I basically have nothing that's cracked. I have a ton of opal, ton of diamond, bismuth. Because that was... I mean, I could get the fancy hat. I don't particularly care for it. Let's get the angel. Angel halo. We can use the multiplier here, not that we need to. The ×4 I thought I had, yeah. So, okay, whatever. I used 3, it changes to 12, that's fine. What else? I can get the paper bag hat, that's pretty funny. Got the Pelipper for their upcoming game. I'm still so sad we can't get the Pietro. I mean, like, I could go grind a little, but I don't really want to. I've already played a lot today. Just getting to where I am now. I have been curious about the bow. Can I get the bow? I don't think so. The aquamarine and rhodolite, I haven't really been... Well, with the multipliers I might be able to. We can try. So we need 8 of these. I think if I use the ×4 multiplier, it should be good. And then aquamarine I have a little more of, so I think I can use the ×3 multiplier because I won't be able to use the 4 again because I already used it here. So it's not, the upgrades aren't as broken as I thought they were. We might as well get the paper bag. I think it is quite funny. So I can play this in full, but I will use my discounts because I paid for them. Okay, I guess I need to put in 2. Sure. I mean, I can get the scarf. I don't think their peridot was really used for anything else. I don't think it's cracked. We'll use the ×4 just because we love a discount. So we only traded 2 peridots over for that. We got a jester hat. How many rubies and sapphires do I have? Apparently I have a lot. Again, I don't understand how I have so many of these because these are not in my pockets anymore. We'll use the ×4 on the rubies because I have fewer of those. And we'll use the ×3 on this one. Trade. What else can we get? Onyx, we won't have enough because we don't have the cracked ones. Bear hat, no cracked onyx, and just not enough onyx in general. Ruby, that's a 5. Yeah, I would need that to count for as cracked. I have enough quartz though. I might be able to afford that. I feel like we should get the Pelican because it is their upcoming game. Can use the times. Honestly, we could use the ×4, but ×3 is perfect. Opal. I mean, we can use the ×4 and just get it for just 1 each. Both of those. I don't know, anything else really jump out at us? I don't think we have enough Morganite. Yeah, we would need 2 multipliers to apply to the Morganite, both cracked and multiples of that. Yeah, I'm good with this. We could maybe get this fun hat. This needs to be cracked. That doesn't count? Is it because I'm out of order? Okay, apparently you have to click them in the right order. So even though you're providing the right things, if they're not in the right order, this shopkeeper does not want them. Alright, let's try this again. So we'll do ×4. Because this isn't cracked, right? Like that's not the reason why it's getting rejected. Okay, so yeah, learn that. You gotta put them in the right order. So I do have 2 onyx, but they must be cracked. We'll trade that, and that should be enough. Alright, so we'll put on our new hats just to see what they look like. This was what we just got. A little crown. Pietro with a crown. We did end up getting our little sun hat that I was hoping for. Oh, it's got a bow in the back. Very cute. Yes, let's see the backs of all of these. Yes, I do love that sun hat. We definitely need a sun hat when we're down in the mines, right? Here's our frilly hat. I guess I should stand where you can actually see stuff. I like that. Yeah, there's the side views for all these. We got our little angel halo. We have perished in the mines. We have destroyed the pillars one too many times. We've got our little bow. We have our shame paper bag. We got our little scarf. Looking very cute. We are a jester. Pella keeper on our head. And the fun hat. Wow, very detailed. So those are all the options. I am happy I got the sun hat because I was very intrigued by it. But yes, there's nothing else to grab for Pietro. These are the only 2 items I got there. I don't know, this box is only just for the bed. I don't know how we earned that, but we got it right at the beginning of the DLC. Slash 1-year update. But anyway, this has been SAmaryllis playing the 1-year update for Gemporium. I hope you enjoyed and that you have a good day. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others. Bye bye!